And what about artists that have influenced you, like thinking of like either a Renaissance artist or a French artist like Matisse or Cézanne or something? Who were some of your biggest?
Of course, I had a great veneration for the Renaissance,
Of course.
especially
Yeah.
the Tuscan school.
Yep.
But then I've loved the Venetian school
Yep.
more than anything, because that's more related to my ultimate goal of using color.
Mm-hmm.
And that came from Venice.
Yep.
And it's interesting because we have very little drawings extinct of the Venetian masters.
Mm-hmm.
Very few drawings. So for years I wondered about that, because in Florence there's hundreds and thousands of drawings.
Right.
The reason was because Titian created a kind of painting that was very contemporary.
Yep.
He said, let's not, and there's a book that somebody let me borrow, maybe it was you, Tiziano in Italian,
Yep.
and I read it, and it said in the book that when Titian had his pupils, he said, don't bother, create on the canvas. As you're painting, you will create the composition in terms of color, in terms of content. Said, just work on it. If you do it on another piece of paper to any extent, you've already dissipated a lot of your energies in that.
Yep.
And oftentimes, it's true. Some of the drawings are better than the finished paintings.
It's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take Anger, for instance. His magnificent pencil drawings. They're jewels. And some of his paintings are dry, but some of them are great too, of course.
Yeah.
But that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yep.
So Titian created this new approach to painting, and it was carried on from him to Tintoretto, to Veronese. Bellini was before them, Tiepolo, all these guys, Guardi, one after the other. And then suddenly it jumped to Germany in the 1700s. And the Dusseldorf school and the Munich school of painting, they said, let's carry on what Titian said. Our slogan will be, we paint with a loaded brush. So that became the new
regime
standard, the loaded brush. As opposed to French, who were more intellectual. They were more, they thought about things before they painted. In Venice, and the descendants of that, painted as they thought as they painted, which is very, very, that's what Hoffman taught. See?
Right.
You see, Hawthorne and Hoffman are very close. A lot of people don't realize this. They put a schism between the two, but it was Hoffman himself who wrote the preface to Hawthorne's show. And he said, this man is a great artist.
That is right.
And so it stops a few nagging tongues, but people still try to separate their schools, and they're really from the Munich school, and the Munich school is from the Venetian school. So it's one tree, many branches.
Very good.